Welcome to Inside Warhawk Sports alongside UW-Whitewater head wrestling coach Tim Fader. I'm Sean Tien. Coach, back in 2004, you left UW lacrosse where you used to coach for UW-Whitewater. Why'd you choose to leave lacrosse for Whitewater?
At the time, it was a good situation for my family. It was actually the same time that Dr. Paul Plinsky moved here to Whitewater, and he called me and said, "This is a pretty good job, and you ought to take a look at it." And I didn't really have any desire to move, but after I came down and looked at it pretty closely, and I realized it was a pretty good situation.
Now, when you were a player in college, you were a two-time All-American at Augustana College. Do you feel your playing experience helps you so much as a coach, or how does it help you as a coach?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it really does. I think back to the, probably at least in our sport, you go through a lot of tough times. You really got to go through a lot of things in wrestling. A lot of weight loss ideas and people that are better than you on your team and out from other schools, and just the number of the adversity you face as an athlete, I think really has helped me a lot as a coach. Just I refer back to them quite a bit when I'm making plans and talking to my team.
Now, you've been named NCAA Division III Coach of the Year twice, once at lacrosse and once this past year with the Warhawks. What would you say is your coaching philosophy or your approach towards coaching wrestlers?
Development. I really try hard to get guys to look at the big picture and live a wrestling lifestyle. That just would mean that they don't ever get too far away from the idea of wrestling. That they're thinking about it or doing something about it in June, just like they are in January. And I also stress a team concept that's probably a little bit different in wrestling because it's such an individual sport. But I think our team concept here at Whitewater is one of our reasons for success.
Now, last year the Warhawks wrestling team, you guys finished with 22 wins. That's the most wins you've ever had since coming over to Whitewater from lacrosse. This year, D3Wrestle.com poll has you guys number 5 in the rankings. How do you continue to build with such high expectations?
Well, we still have ways to go. We do. We had a good year last year. But in the end, we didn't get what we wanted to get done. We had 6 guys in the quarterfinals of the national tournament, and we did not have a good round. We went 2-4 in that round, and then followed it with another tough round. So there's always room for improvement. I mean, if we went 6-0 last year in that quarterfinal round, we probably would be standing here talking about how our semifinal round went. And I think there's always that room for improvement, and always those bigger goals.
Now, you replaced Dr. Willie Myers when you came here, and this is what the wrestling gym here is named after Dr. Myers. What, in your opinion, what can you say Dr. Willie Myers has really done for this program?
He's everything to the program. I think the number of lives that he affected, the number of people that he changed their direction in life. It's pretty hard for me to go somewhere without meeting somebody that wrestled for Willie for a year or for a semester or for a career. He just was one of those guys that was around, a tremendously long time. I mean, 36 years and at one school is amazing. But the number of, he probably coached 1,000 wrestlers, I would imagine. And, I think that's says a lot about him. A pretty impressive way to live a life.
Now, your team's going to Rhode Island in mid-December. What can you tell us about that trip?
I don't know. We don't know yet. We know that. Sandy and Hurricane Sandy on the East Coast is just a tough place. It's been a tough place for the last couple of weeks, and we were approached in the summer about going out to Johnson and Wales College, which is a culinary school that has a wrestling program out there, a pretty good wrestling program too. And they asked if we would come out and wrestle in this first-year tournament, first time they've done this. And so we talked about it, and we had several other options that we were looking at, and in the end we decided to try this and see what it's like on the East Coast and Christmas time, I guess. There's 7 teams out there, and we're looking forward to it. I think it's something that that goes back to that team idea. It's a team trip. We're going to take everybody on our team, and I think we'll have probably something to tell you about Rhode Island, I guess, in January.
All right. Lastly, Coach, what do you enjoy most about coaching here at Whitewater?
Oh, there's a lot to enjoy. There's an attitude around here in our athletics program that is tough to beat. I don't think I've ever seen it at another place like this, where excellence is pursued by everybody. I like coming to practice every day. I do. I like working with my assistant coaches. I like working with our wrestlers. I know that it's a little bit different, but I like the practice and coming in and the teaching and the preaching, I guess, almost as much as the competitions. I really do. I like our approach to practice and development.
For Warhawks head wrestling coach Tim Fader, I'm Shanti, and that was Inside Warhawk Sports.